One of the biggest questions fans had after Avengers Endgame was what happened to Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. In the film's climactic battle, Steve volunteers to travel back in time to return the Infinity Stones to their original timelines, but he doesn't come back right away. So what ultimately happened to the beloved hero? It turns out that Steve decided to stay in the past and live out his life with Peggy Carter. In the film's final scene, an elderly Steve is seen sitting on a bench and he hands his shield over to Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, indicating that he has passed on the mantle of Captain America. But how did Steve manage to stay in the past without disrupting the timeline? The answer lies in the concept of branching timelines. When Steve returned to the Infinity Stones to their proper place in time, he created new timelines that branch off from the main timeline. He then decided to stay in one of those timelines and live out his life with Peggy, knowing that it wouldn't affect the main timeline. This raises some questions, however. If Steve was living in a separate timeline, how did he manage to return to the main timeline to pass on the shield to Sam? And how did he manage to avoid being detected by the time-traveling Avengers? The answer to this question is left up to interpretation, but it's possible that Steve used the technology of the quantum realm to travel between timelines. As for avoiding detections, it's possible that Steve simply kept a low profile and didn't interfere with the events of the main timeline. Overall, the fate of Steve Rogers after Avengers Endgame was a satisfying conclusion to the character's arc. By choosing to stay in the past and live out his life with Peggy, he was able to finally find happiness he deserved after years of fighting for the greater good. And by passing on the mantle of Captain America to Sam, he ensured that the legacy of the hero would live on.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.